Train your aura to attract wealth by realizing that every vibration of your mind, every whisper of belief or doubt that passes through your consciousness, sends an invisible command to the universe. For your aura is the living extension of your thought, the mirror of your emotional tone, and the magnet that draws to you all that harmonizes with your state of being. And when your thoughts are charged with fear, complaint, or envy, that magnet weakens, scattering your energy into confusion and scarcity. Yet when your thoughts are filled with faith, gratitude, and purpose, your aura brightens and begins to hum with a frequency that wealth recognizes, because wealth is not an accident, it is a vibration. It is the natural reflection of a trained mind that has mastered its emotional current. And the person who masters that current becomes irresistible to opportunity, to resources, to inspired ideas that seem to appear from nowhere. For the truth is that nowhere is merely a name for the unseen realm of potential waiting for direction from belief. And belief is the architect of vibration, the sculptor of destiny, the silent voice that says to the universe, "I am ready," and so it is. And if you wish to train your aura, you must first become conscious of the energy you emit each moment. You must listen to the inner conversation that runs beneath your awareness and discipline it with intention. Because most people live as untrained transmitters, sending mixed signals of desire and doubt, hope and fear, pulling and pushing at once, creating confusion in their field and frustration in their results. But the man who learns to command his inner dialogue learns to command his environment. So begin by observing yourself. Watch how your feelings shift through the day, how easily your focus bends toward worry or criticism, and each time you catch yourself sinking into negative vibration, stop, breathe, and redirect your thought toward gratitude. For gratitude is the fastest elevator of energy. It raises your aura to the level where abundance dwells. And as you repeat this practice, your energy will stabilize, your confidence will strengthen, and your outer world will begin to mirror the calm power within. Because circumstances are reflections, not causes. And to change the reflection, you must polish the mirror. And that mirror is your aura, polished through daily mental discipline, through meditation, affirmation, and visualization practiced with emotion. And emotion is the electricity of the aura. It is the charge that gives life to thought. For thought without feeling is a cold spark that never ignites creation, while feeling fused with faith becomes a blazing current that shapes matter itself. And so when you visualize, do not simply see images, feel them, breathe them, live within them until your subconscious accepts them as true. And once the subconscious accepts an idea, the aura projects it outward as a command to all creative forces, and those forces arrange people, events, and circumstances to make the inner image visible. This is not magic, it is law. And the law works for every person who applies it consciously. Just as gravity pulls equally on rich and poor, the law of vibration responds equally to fear and faith. And therefore your task is to choose your vibration, to hold it steady long enough for form to follow thought. For persistence is the measure of faith, and faith is the mother of wealth. And if you desire riches not only of money but of mind and spirit, you must develop the habit of radiating certainty even when evidence is missing. Because faith precedes proof, the aura must glow with belief before the world can reflect prosperity back. And this is the hardest lesson for the untrained, who wait for results before they feel success. Yet the wise reverse the order. They feel success until the results appear. And appear they must, because vibration always finds its echo. And when you realize this, you stop chasing wealth and begin aligning with it. You stop begging the universe and begin commanding it through the language of frequency, the only language it understands, and to speak that language fluently, you must master attention. For attention is the steering wheel of vibration. Whatever you give constant attention to expands in your aura, and the universe mirrors expansion with manifestation. So dwell not on what you fear, but on what you love. Think not of lack, but of plenty, not of obstacles, but of outcomes, because each dominant thought is a seed, and your aura is fertile soil. And whatever seed you water with emotion will grow. Whether that seed be abundance or anxiety, the law makes no moral judgment. It simply obeys the gardener, and you are that gardener, and your harvest is your life. And if the crop displeases you, the remedy is not complaint, but replanting. New thoughts, new feelings, new focus repeated until the new vibration becomes natural. And as it becomes natural, your aura transforms into a silent beacon of wealth, drawing people who feel uplifted in your presence. Investors who trust you without knowing why. Ideas that arrive as flashes of intuition, and opportunities that seem to chase you. Because magnetism works quietly yet precisely, and this is why you must guard your mind. Because every influence, every conversation, every song and image you consume enters your field, changing its tone slightly, and over time those tones compose the symphony of your life. So be selective about what you allow into your energy. Associate with people whose auras strengthen yours, who speak possibility not limitation, who remind you of your power instead of your weakness. And as you build this environment, your aura thickens with confidence. Your energy stabilizes and wealth begins to flow more naturally, not as pursuit but as partnership. For wealth loves clarity, it loves decisiveness, it loves enthusiasm backed by discipline, and when it senses these vibrations, it moves swiftly toward their source. Just as rivers run toward the sea, and this is why purpose is essential. Because purpose gives direction to energy, and energy without direction is wasted motion. So ask yourself why you desire wealth and answer with truth. For if your desire is born of fear or comparison, your aura will flicker weakly. But if it is born of vision and service, it will blaze like the sun. And the universe always rewards those whose motives uplift life. Because the highest frequency of wealth is contribution, and when you give value freely, you multiply vibration. Signaling abundance and thus receiving it, for giving is proof of having. And the act of giving tells your aura that you are not lacking. And the aura repeats this message to the universe, which replies, "So be it." And so abundance returns multiplied. And this cycle continues endlessly for the trained mind, until prosperity becomes as natural as breathing. And the secret of sustaining it is emotional mastery, the ability to remain calm in chaos, to see opportunity in delay, to answer adversity with faith. Because every trial tests your vibration, and those who hold their frequency high in difficulty become unshakable. And unshakable auras attract power, for power recognizes its own reflection. And soon you will discover that your outer actions flow effortlessly from your inner state. Deals close smoothly, decisions feel guided, timing aligns perfectly, and you will call it coincidence. But it is resonance, the meeting of matching frequencies, proof that your training has succeeded. And when you reach this point, guard your humility. Remember that wealth is a servant, not a master, a mirror of the spirit, and continue to grow. Continue to polish the aura, for stagnation is decay, and expansion is the rhythm of life. And the wealthiest souls are those who keep learning, giving, creating, and aligning their energy with the greater good. Because the universe delights in those who use their riches for elevation, and in them it deposits even greater supply. And thus the cycle of abundance continues eternally, for the one who understands that wealth begins